Silence breaks hearts. Shadows swallow light. God whispers deeply. Your soul shakes. Eyes burn heavy. Breath feels cold. The night stretches. The stars hide. The heart aches. But listen closer. Silence isn't empty. Silence holds thunder. Every pause speaks. Every wound echoes. Every tear glows. God hides answers. Not from you, but for you. Some questions ache. Some truths burn. Some prayers bleed. He responds differently. Not with words, but with silence. Your body weakens. Your soul pleads. Your heart listens. The burden grows. The nights lengthen. The spirit cracks. You resist constantly. You cling desperately. You collapse slowly. This is mercy. This is discipline. This is love. God disciplines gently. Through sacred silence. Through hidden exhaustion. He removes masks. He exposes shadows. He reveals truth. Not instantly revealed, but slowly uncovered. Pain becomes teacher. Some bonds fade. Some faces vanish. Some hearts harden. And still silence. Still no answer. Still no peace. But silence speaks. Louder than words. Sharper than swords. It asks everything. Does this belong? Should this remain? You know truth. But fear binds. Habit imprisons. Still you cling. Still you ache. Still you plead. But God pulls. Slowly yet firmly. Always for you. He removes illusions. He removes attachments. He removes shadows. Because attachments blind. Shadows deceive hearts. Illusions consume souls. And he frees. Through silence only. Through exhaustion alone. The weight whispers. The burden screams. The silence heals. Your soul trembles. Your chest tightens. Your spirit bends. This is invitation. This is mercy. This is transformation. The silence deepens. The nights grow. The heart weakens. Still you pray. Still you wait. Still you ache. But nothing changes. Nothing feels lighter. Nothing feels healed. Because God speaks. Not with words, but with silence. Every ache teaches. Every tear guides. Every wound instructs. You feel weary. Not body only, but soul weary. This is different. This is spiritual. This is divine. Weariness whispers softly. It says leave. It says release. But you resist. You hold tightly. You break slowly. The silence grows. Your chest burns. Your knees weaken. God still waits. God still whispers. God still pulls. You ask why. You ask when. You ask how. But answers hide. Truth feels distant. Peace feels gone. Yet silence teaches. Silence carves strength. Silence builds surrender. Because surrender saves. Resistance destroys. Obedience heals. Some hearts drain. Some souls exhaust. Some bonds suffocate. But still silence. Still no words. Still no release. Until you listen. Until you surrender. Until you break. God removes gently. He cuts softly. He frees slowly. Because sudden loss would shatter deeply. Would crush completely. So he cools. He distances quietly. He empties gradually. Every conversation fades. Every gaze chills. Every presence tires. You still hold. You still hope. You still cling. But patience weakens. Faith trembles. Love Christ. And then silence. Heavy, suffocating thinness. This is discipline. This is training. This is love. Ibn Arabi said, God disciplines servants. Not always gently. Sometimes exhaustion speaks. Sometimes silence heals. Sometimes distance saves. Humans resist constantly. They fear change. They crave habits. But habits blind. Habits chain. Habits kill. So God breaks. God shakes. God frees. Through weariness daily. Through emptiness nightly. Through silence eternally. This is mercy. This is guidance. This is love. Illusions feel heavy. Attachments feel endless. Habits feel eternal. But God cuts. God severs ties. God removes shadows. Your soul screams. Your heart bleeds. Your mind shakes. Because loss hurts. Separation burns. Distance wounds. Yet within pain, within aching silence, within deep emptiness, God hides mercy. God hides freedom. God hides truth. You thought love, but it chained. But it suffocated. You thought loyalty, but it drained. But it destroyed. Every smile faded. Every word tired. Every gaze hollowed. And still you clung. Still you begged. But silence answered. Silence pressed harder. Silence screamed louder. It asked everything. Does this belong? Should this remain? The soul trembled. The chest tightened. The heart cracked. Because truth burned. Because illusions collapsed. Because habits shattered. God whispered gently, "Let them go. Release this weight." But you fought. But you resisted. But you cried. Still silence stayed. Still silence pierced. Still silence healed. Because silence purifies. Because silence instructs. Because silence saves. You carried weight. Both theirs too. And yours too. God showed signs. God gave exhaustion. God sent silence. But blindness ruled. But stubbornness lived. But fear stayed. So he distanced. So he cooled. So he removed. Not instantly gone. But slowly fading. But gently leaving. Every prayer shifted. Every hope changed. Every heart turned. You stopped asking. You stopped fighting. You stopped clinging. And in surrender, you found peace. You found mercy. But first silence. But first weariness. But first loss. Because mercy breaks. Because mercy cuts. Because mercy heals. Ibn Arabi warned. Behind every form, light or shadow. If shadow clung, light leaves you. Peace departs you. But if released, if surrendered fully, if trusted completely, light returns swiftly. Peace enters deeply. God fills entirely. The silence sharpens. The shadows fade. The truth rises. You feel lighter. You feel clear. You feel stronger. Because surrender came. Because resistance died. Because mercy entered. God pulls closer. God opens doors. God rebuilds you. Your chest breathes. Your soul shines. Your eyes soften. The weight gone. The burden lifted. The pain eased. Still memories whisper. Still wounds ache. Still tears fall. But now different. But now lighter. But now purposeful. Because silence healed. Because weariness taught. Because loss freed. The heart listens. The spirit receives. The soul awakens. And whispers deepen. Whispers become light. Whispers become peace. God speaks now. Not with words, but with presence. Every breath holy. Every tear sacred. Every step blessed. You see signs. In small things. In quiet moments. The prayer changes. The heart shifts. The soul bends. Not asking anymore. Not begging anymore. Not clinging anymore. But simply trusting. But simply surrendering. But simply loving. Because surrender transforms. Because silence teaches. Because God carries. Those who left were heavy shadows. Were painful illusions. Those who stayed were divine mirrors. Were sacred lights. You finally learn. Not everyone belongs. Not everyone stays. Some are lessons. Some are mirrors. Some are shadows. But God remains. But mercy remains. But truth remains. This is turning. This is awakening. This is rebirth. Your soul softens. Your chest opens. Your spirit expands. Now silence comforts. Now silence protects. Now silence guides. The night shorter. The dawn brighter. The heart steadier. Because you listened. Because you released. Because you trusted. And trust heals. Trust saves. Trust frees. God rebuilds slowly. Not instantly whole. But gently whole. Each prayer sweeter. Each tear lighter. Each day brighter. This is transformation. This is resurrection. This is freedom. Separation feels cruel. Separation feels harsh. Separation feels endless. But God knows. But God plans. But God saves. Some departures hurt. Some absences wound. Some distances burn. Yet within loss. Yet within absence. Yet within distance. Mercy hides quietly. Mercy hides deeply. Mercy hides gently. Because closeness blinded. Because attachment chained. Because habit deceived. God broke ties. God removed weight. God healed wounds. You begged return. You prayed reunion. You asked constantly. But silence answered. But distance grew. But patience cracked. Still God worked. Still God moved. Still God loved. He knew better. He saw deeper. He planned higher. Because some presences kill the soul, blind the heart. But their absence heals the soul, frees the heart. So separation came. So silence stayed. So mercy worked. At first tears. At first loneliness. At first pain. But slowly healing. But slowly freedom. But slowly peace. Because loss transforms. Because absence teaches. Because silence blesses. Ibn Arabi once said, "Every separation gift. Every distance mercy. If accepted humbly. If carried faithfully. If surrendered fully. You stop begging. You stop chasing. You stop clinging. And you rise. And you breathe. And you live. Not in chains. Not in shadows. Not in illusions. But in freedom. But in mercy. But in truth. This is blessing. This is grace. This is gift. Separation painful, yes. But separation holy. But separation sacred. Because absence saves. Because absence purifies. Because absence awakens. And when gone, you feel clarity. You feel strength. The veil lifted. The heart freed. The soul opened. Now silence sings. Now solitude heals. Now mercy reigns. Separation isn't ending. Separation is beginning. Separation is rebirth. The new path. The brighter horizon. The softer heart. God protected you. God rebuilt you. God carried you. The silence ends. The heart breathes. The soul shines. God feels near. God feels present. God feels alive. No more chains. No more shadows. No more illusions. Only divine peace. Only sacred mercy. Only eternal truth. Your chest light. Your eyes clear. Your steps firm. The burden gone. The weight lifted. The sorrow healed. You remember nights. You remember tears. You remember silence. But now different. Now they glow. Now they teach. Every scar holy. Every wound sacred. Every ache blessed. Because pain taught. Because loss freed. Because silence healed. You found God. You found mercy. You found truth. And truth stays. And mercy holds. And God carries. Your prayers changed. Your words softened. Your soul opened. Now you walk. Not with fear. Not with chains. But with faith. But with surrender. But with love. God rebuilt you. God refined you. God transformed you. Through silence first. Through weariness next. Through mercy last. You stand strong. You stand free. You stand whole. The past gone. The wounds closed. The illusions shattered. Only God remains. Only mercy remains. Only truth remains. Separation was gift. Silence was guidance. Loss was healing. Now you know. Now you see. Now you live. Every ending beginning. Every silence teaching. Every loss blessing. God never left. God always near. God always caring. And you smile. And you breathe. And you rise. This is peace. This is freedom. This is mercy. Forever within you. Forever around you. Forever from God.